This week on Recipe Rehab, Chef Daniel in the green kitchen takes on Chef Mareya in the yellow kitchen as they get feisty with the Stewart family's fried tacos.
Every major occasion, everyone wants to have Granny's tacos.
Coming in at 1,094 calories per serving, these tacos are a gift from the past that should be returned. Let's get cooking and see how one chef will use a very unconventional ingredient to secure a win.
Ooh, it's cauliflower.
On this episode of Recipe Rehab.
This Recipe Rehab is all for the Stewart family. They've got a really healthy lifestyle, but there's one dish they can't give up. It's Granny's recipe for tacos. And just in time for Cinco de Mayo, I think I may have the answer.
Daniel's rehab is underway, but now it's time to see what special ingredient his competitor has up her sleeve.
First of all, I'm going to start with my cauliflower. And you're asking, what? Cauliflower and tacos? But remember, we're all about making sure that your food is nutritious. So cauliflower is going to get a quick clean. I've chopped it up into small florets, and I'm going to wash it with the Eat Cleaner. It's going to get the nasty stuff out of there that water can't.
While Mareya lets her veggies rest in the Eat Cleaner, let's see what kind of flavors she will be incorporating into this meal.
So we're going to start with some garlic and onion. And they're both so good for you. They're really good for your heart. They have lots of benefits from a nutrient perspective, but no fat and barely any calories. I'm gonna saute this on a pretty low heat and get a nice translucent color.
Daniel is lining up his flavors as well.
I've got a nice hot pan here, a little drizzle of olive oil. Throw in some of this onion. In the meantime, this is going to peel our garlic cloves. You pop them in here, and when it's just about ready, out it pops, clove of garlic, no skin. Throw that garlic in the pan. Some ground beef. This is all about using the best and the leanest.
Since Daniel's lean beef is cooking away, we can break and see how his numbers stack up in the fat department.
Well, let's start with theirs, actually. 83 grams of fat. To me, that's what the difference is. If you don't have fat in your diet, you won't be fat. It's that simple. Are you ready for mine? 12.70. And you're not going to compromise on the flavor.
Those numbers are impressive. Let's see what else Mareya is changing to keep her dish competitive.
And that cauliflower is a really fun surprise because you're getting that nutrient-packed addition of your vegetables into your taco. Now that I've got my onions and my garlic nice and cooked up, I'm gonna add the ground turkey. And ground turkey is a super lean alternative to beef.
So that's ground turkey with Mareya and lean beef with Daniel.
This is kind of a departure from Granny's tacos, but with all the flavor that we're gonna add to it, you're really not gonna miss the fat. And then, I love chorizo, but regular chorizo is super, super high in saturated fat. So I've got soy chorizo. And you can find this in most grocery stores. I tested this on my kids. They didn't even detect a thing. So I'm just gonna squeeze that in there. So you'll notice I didn't add a lot of seasoning in here because the soy chorizo actually comes really nicely seasoned. Now that I've sauteed my mixture together, I've got my cooked cauliflower. We're gonna bring those veggies into our mixture. This together is a great combination.
Mareya is on her way. Let's head back to the green kitchen and take on the taco.
Now we're going to get creative. Now we're going to try and be a bit clever. Because tacos, what happens to these? You deep fry them. That's why the Stewart family feel guilty about this, and there's no reason to feel guilty. Spray of oil, just use a casserole dish. You will just put a couple over at a time, and as it cooks, they're going to crisp up to give you a taco that has just a fraction of the fat. I'm going to pop those in the oven, 400, and we'll check on that in a few minutes. Meantime, in goes a little bit of tomato sauce. Give that a little bit of a turn. A little bit of cumin. So I'm going to let that simmer away.
Daniel is really being creative with his shells, but it's not nearly as innovative as Mareya's solution.
I've basically taken an iceberg lettuce. Instead of sour cream, I'm using non-fat Greek yogurt, but I'm adding a little bit of lemon juice to it. And that's the replacement for the full-fat sour cream. And then a little crumbled feta cheese. It kind of tastes like the Mexican queso and then granny sauce. So the assembly part, this is really fun. And again, you can get your family involved. Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner. We're talking fiesta. We're gonna fill the cup up, and it smells so good. And I'm gonna spoon that yogurt sauce. I like a lot of that on there. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the crumbled feta and then taco sauce, which we love because it's so rich in antioxidants. And then maybe give it a little bit more cheese.
Let's see how Daniel's taco shells are shaping up.
Wow, look at that. Fantastic. No frying whatsoever. Crunchy, crispy tacos that have absolutely zero fat. We've just had a spray, that's it. We start off with some of that juicy, succulent beef. Oh, this looks wonderful. A little bit of spring onion, a little bit of lettuce, and depending how much you want to kick it up, 1 or 2 slices of jalapeno pepper.
Time to do the numbers. The original recipe for Granny's fried tacos brought the Stewart family a total of 1,094 calories and a whopping 83.2 grams of fat per serving.
There is a taco that you never need to feel guilty about.
Chef Daniel's Rehab recipe cut the calories to 448 per serving, with a total fat content of only 12.7 grams.
I hope the Stewart family enjoys.
Chef Mareya went even further and brought the calories down to 210 per serving, with a mere 7.4 grams of fat. That's some serious rehabbing.
Stewart family, I know you're gonna love this. And Granny, I think you might even love this too.
Now let's see how the Stewart family does with their new version of an old favorite.
I have never cooked with cauliflower before, so this is interesting. I always thought of cauliflower as kind of being like the guy that you didn't invite to the party, and he just kind of shows up, and you're like, ooh, it's cauliflower.
Ready?
Here it goes.
There you go.
They're really smart to put jalapenos in there.
Yeah, that gives it some kick.
It really reminds me of Granny's tacos.
After much deliberation and weighing tastes and flavors, we have decided that the winner of the Recipe Rehab Granny's Tacos recipe is the green one!
Daniel wins.
I won, I'm happy. I took all the fat out and you liked it.
Congratulations, but look out, because I'm coming for you.
Someone had to win. Just kind of happy it was me on this one.
To see more Recipe Rehab, subscribe or watch another episode right now.